you're going to like this week's Race of the Week. This one comes from the British Kart Championships at PFI, Senior Rotax, the final on Saturday, the penultimate event of the year for the Rotax classes. And this one was an absolute barnstormer. Slick tyres, damp conditions, a championship on the line, and plenty of drama to feast your eyes on. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's Race of the Week.
On the board, Harrison Crowther effectively starts this race from pit lane. Are we ready to race? Yes, we are. Away we go here at PF International. Good start for the TYRES. Bishop leads through the first corner. Lewis Goff having to take to the grass there to survive through the first couple of corners. But it's Bishop. No, it's not. Higgins takes the lead of the race. One of the SPRs is off in the background. It's William Antrobus who's got going again, will fall to the back of the grid. What a great second phase of the starts there. But there's been another change for the lead. Down towards hairpin number 1. You'll see it on your screens. That is not the blue and yellow of DHR at the front of the order. It's Jamie Perilli for the Jax Motorsport team, who's had a mega run. Oh,
sorry,
big
Andrew.
hit.
Big hit. That looks like, is that DeJean Bennett? No, it's a Coles racing car. I think that might be DeJean Bennett, who has gone in hard. He is getting out of his kart now. At least I think it is DeJean Bennett. Can't quite see the number on the front of that Coles racing machine. And another change up at the front. Jamie Perilli. Well, it would be unkind of anyone to say they got a favourite, but no driver, deserves a win more than another. You make your own luck. But Jamie Perilli, a win for the Jax Motorsport team and for Perilli would be well deserved considering the injury that he suffered at the start of the year. Jax Motorsport, they've had one podium, one win. It was Sebastian Behrman at Warden Law last year. They've been knocking on the door. This could be a statement event for Jax Motorsport. They've arrived at, and I'll say it and I always get in trouble, they've arrived at the top table.
They have indeed, and especially when you consider the days that this team... it's Perilli off. Perilli off back on.
There's
and
Curse, the commentator,
Higgins
Jack Marsh. I'm so sorry, Jack.
The lead. Matthew Higgins takes the lead. Look how quick Archie Walker is. Archie Walker's taking the lead of this race. Archie Walker, the dark horse. We said, keep an eye on him. He's racing relaxed. He's got no pressure. There's no big expectations for Archie Walker simply because of where he is in the points at the start of this weekend. But all of a sudden, here in the final, 9.5 minutes to go in this one, the rejuvenated, recharged, for the last waltz, Archie Walker is your race leader.
He doesn't want to finish his career tomorrow. He wants to finish his career in the first week of December in Bahrain. He's never been to the grand finals before. He's got 14 British Championship podiums, 3 wins, but not a British title yet.
9 minutes of this race to go then. We'll keep you updated with the live championship points when we get a moment, because this race has not let up from the start. There it is. So Bartle has an 8-point advantage over Higgins. That's going to change though, because Higgins has fallen down to 3rd place on this lap. So in fact, no, it's 6 points. 6 points the difference now between Bartle and Higgins. Gilbert a further 6 back. Walker a further 2 back. This is exactly what we hoped as neutrals in the box here, Henry, that this penultimate round, this penultimate day of the season, that it wouldn't necessarily be one of Gilbert, Bartle or Higgins to pull away, that it would be Walker or Hingley to close things up as the weekend went on, to have a 4 or 5-way battle for the final day of the season. Macaulay Bishop, by the way, is running in 4th place at the moment. We'll do the maths on it now. The other thing that we need to remember, not today, but tomorrow. It's off goes Walker.
He's gone off.
Walker's gone off, rejoins the road. Higgins has his opportunity to take the lead of the race and does so.
Walker's got mud on his tyres.
Another mistake from a race leader. The 3rd time that we've seen it in the first 5 minutes of this race. And Jamie Perilli's got his speed back now, Henry. The Welshman is under a lot of pressure, and Perilli retakes the lead.
The rain returns on slick tyres. Who wants to be the leader? Nobody seems to want it at the moment. Every time someone gets to top spot, they fall off, just Perilli now out of contention. We're down to 3 at the front. Higgins, Walker and Macaulay Bishop. You look to the point standings. Walker would have been 14 points. There is the championship standings. Look at Archie Walker, 20 points. That is not a big margin.
Deacon Russell out.
Deacon Russell.
Oh,
because 20
now.
points, there are 20 drivers at least who could realistically win a race in senior Rotax in any conditions. Now, the marshalling team here again. Once again, we look. Deacon Russell's kart is parked in possibly the worst place possible in these conditions, because we've seen so many drivers. There is Ryan, the marshal, who was the star at Kart Masters, getting that kart out of the way so we don't have to go to a full course caution.
PF International Marshall's team
Bravo.
deliver once again. That is why they're one of the best in the world. They had about 40 seconds to get that kart cleared. Otherwise, we probably would have had to go to some form of slow procedure. We don't see that. This race continues with Matthew Higgins in the lead of it. Bartle's really struggling in these conditions. He keeps running wide. Here comes Perilli back through, so Perilli's not out of this. Perilli back up to 4th place. Lewis Goff running there immediately behind. And Guy Cunnington, after a couple of months on the sidelines, lesser drivers would have gone, do you know what? I'll come back in 2026.
Yeah.
Not Guy Cunnington. He wants to have a chance of a race victory. Here this weekend, Bartle's gone.
Bartle.
Championship leader spins. He keeps his engine running, but how costly is that going to be in the story of this year's Senior Rotax British Championship? Bartle, the pressure of being championship leader, has put pay to any chance of winning this race.
Look at the airtime they're getting. That spin has just cost Harry Bartle the championship lead. Matthew Higgins now leads the championship by 8 points. With Walker now within 13, 14 points. Gilbert has dropped from 1st to 4th. Let's have a quick look at where we're all running in the race. Higgins leads. Walker half a second behind him, and then Bishop. Perilli, after his spin, is up to 4th. Cunnington 5th. Kai Hunter 6th. Lewis Scott 7th. Matty Hingley with the fastest lap of the race. This race will decide whether Matty Hingley can still be a champion tomorrow. If he stays where he is, not really. Oh, no, it's Guy Cunnington's turn. If he can pick up a few more positions, he's still in with an outside charge. Hugh Moulton is 9th. Jack West is 10th. Veach, Graham, Bullock Carter, Garrity and Ingram in top 15. Bartle is now 17th and Gilbert is only 20th.
Well, 4.25 minutes of this race. I'm going to try and make this point really quick, just to on the Macaulay Bishop Championship situation. So right now he is still in, he is still alive, but we know he wasn't at the first meeting of the year. Therefore, Macaulay Bishop cannot score the 20 bonus attendance points that the likes of Matthew Higgins will. Higgins with sign-on and qualifying tomorrow, that's when the 20 points kicks in. By my calculations, and I will stress that that is provisional, if things stay as they are, and don't bet on that because there's still 3 minutes and 40 seconds of this race to go, if that is the case, Higgins' sign-on points, the 20 bonus points, as Lewis Goff cuts, it's his turn to go for a trip through the Fullerton S's, would end the title bid of Macaulay Bishop. Macaulay Bishop right now, the best he can hope for is 601 points. It could be the bonus points taking a change of things here. There is Matthew Higgins now. Did I see a kart ahead of Matthew Higgins there? Is that a back marker?
It's a back marker. The blue flags are waving, and it would be Charlie Cox in his strawberry racing car. We've lost Finley Jones. We've lost Jack Lilly. From the outside of the front row of the grid, we've lost Ewan Charman, we've lost Deacon Russell and DeJean Bennett. Now,
change for second.
Yes.
Macaulay Bishop has got through ahead of Archie Walker. That is not only important for his own, long odds of trying to win the title now, but it helps his teammate Matthew Higgins as well. It takes another couple of points away from one of Higgins' title rivals.
Question: if Macaulay Bishop wins this race and Higgins finishes second, Does that keep Bishop mathematically alive?
No, he basically needs to... the way it works, he needs to be able to outscore on the road by all of his competitors by 20 points with a perfect day tomorrow.
Okay.
As things stand, so he would need Higgins to be at the end of the day. Oh, it's off the road. There goes another one. Was that Archie Walker running wide? Gets back on track. He needs Higgins to not be above 580 points at the end of the day, as Jamie Perilli has his second off, and all of them going off now.
It started raining again.
Off. Matty Hingley.
It started raining again. I just saw Bartle running off. This kart's going off now through the first chicane. The next question we have to see is, can Bishop, he may not be champion, can he break the tie between himself and Kai Hunter for 15 wins? They both got 15 wins, the British Championship modern era. Who is going to be the first to 16? 90 seconds to go. Slick tyres. British title potentially at stake. And look at Kai Hunter. We've been talking about Bishop being the one to break Hunter's record. What about Kai Hunter keeping it out of everyone else's reach for another year?
Just over 60 seconds of this race to go. I've just come up with a way of hopefully explaining it for you folks at home. If one driver breaks the 580-point barrier today, when they take the 20 bonus points for attendance at every single round tomorrow, that will end things for Bishop. At the moment, Matthew Higgins is doing that by 7 points. But look at how tough these conditions are. This is where the Higgins blood of whizzing through Welsh forests is going to be pretty useful right now. Now there's yellow flags out through sector number 1.
And Bishop's losing ground.
Hunter through to third.
I got to go down to interview the winner. But who it is, even though Higgins has got a 3-second lead, is anyone's guess.
Oh, this has been a race for the ages. What a 3 race weekends Matthew Higgins has had, and we're not even at the halfway stage of this one yet. Through has gone Hunter, Kai Hunter showing his class, his skill, his prowess, up onto the podium now. It would be a bit of a breakthrough result for Hunter this season. It seems quite strange to say that Kai Hunter hasn't been on a podium so far this season, but right now, here at PF International, here at the circuit where he won the senior Rotax title 2 autumns ago, he is on to put that wrong right. Last lap board is out. Matthew Higgins cannot win the British title today, but he could become the 3rd different points leader across the course of Saturday. It started with Lewis Gilbert in the lead before a wheel was turned. Harry Bartle took the championship lead after the heats. As things stand, if Matthew Higgins can complete this lap in 1st position, he will take the championship lead. He will take a 10-point advantage into tomorrow, because Harry Bartle is not having a good final here. Lewis Gilbert is not having the best of finals either. It'd be 2 points between Bartle and Gilbert heading into tomorrow. We had waited 4 years. Oh, as off the road is one of the Strawberries. It's the 369 of Freddie Ingram. Wilton Mill saw the long losing streak for Matthew Higgins broken. 2 weeks ago, his entire karting season looked to be done. He pulled himself back together for the World Championships last week. He suffered cruel disappointment ahead of the final. He then turned to the attention of the British Kart Championships. He's not won the championship yet, but he's going to take the championship lead. Matthew Higgins makes it back-to-back victories in the rear tools British Kart Championships and takes the lead in the points into the final round tomorrow. What a story. What a comeback from Matthew Higgins.